Hey everyone, I put together a garden tour for you. We did one in July, August, and now it's September. Fall's next week. Today is September 17th. And I just wanted to show you one last garden tour before the season comes to an end in the fall. So I recorded on my phone this time because the GoPro wouldn't charge for me. So I'll take you outside and show you what I recorded for you. All right, here's how the garden's doing in mid-September. Today's the 17th of September. And so some things are doing great still and others have petered out. We need to rip all these out. These are the bush beans, and it just rained real good, so everything's getting watered real well. The bush beans have been eaten down between the roly-polies and the beetles, so those need to come out. I don't think we have any more beans, but the pole beans over there on the arches are doing great still. I mean, they've slowed down a little bit, but they got new flowers. The chive is doing insanely well. It needs another haircut. We've got a weed growing up through there. The mint, we need to cut back again and freeze. And then we got a fennel, savory, parsley, our fall crop of peas here. And I'm on my phone, by the way. The GoPro didn't charge well for me. It didn't retain its charge. So there's been like a not a gopher, a chipmunk that likes to go climb up the trellises there and eat the tomatoes in random spots and has been leaving tomato seeds everywhere. So I got I just kind of let them go because look, like that tomato right there is flowering. What if we get some tomatoes before the season's over from these random tomato plants that are here? So I left them and they have grown rapidly. It's crazy. I did not plant any of these and there's a ton of them. And then these are our carrots that we planted together in the planting fall crop video. We took the peas and the garlic out here, and then more bush beans that need to get ripped out, which we'll do together soon. And then we took the onions out of here and planted more fall crops. This looks like a sunflower here. I need to take out. Yeah, it's a sunflower. Okay, so our beets, for some reason, the only beets that came up when we planted them were these three right here. And so I planted more. I had to go and replant them. So I hope that we get beets before the frost comes in about probably exactly a month from now. So we got new beets coming up here. I planted like all this with beets and nothing came up. It's just crazy. And then turnip and another turnip here, another turnip there. So we got 4 turnips. Let's see. Some of these would be broccoli or cauliflower here. So we'll see what happens with them. A bunch of them didn't come up either, which is just crazy that the germination was so bad. Let's see, purple cabbage. I don't think we're going to be getting... I planted in like the beginning of August, so I think next year I need to do it in July. We got a Scooby-Doo. Hey, baby. So here's our pepper plants, our bells, purple bells. Let's see. Stevia needs another haircut. Horsetail, I haven't done anything with it this year yet. Need to harvest that. And then, oh, look at this tomato plant growing from inside the bag there. Let me see if I can see right there. The chipmunk likes to come over here and eat the tomatoes. See all the skins? So this is one of its favorite spots to hang out. In here we got some weeds. This is ginger growing. This is ginger. Oh, that's a wasp. Let's stay away from that. Our jalapenos, they've slowed down quite a bit, but we've gotten a ton off of them. And then look at the compost. Look at all the tomatoes in the compost. So the chipmunks or squirrels or whatever it is, absolutely, I saw a chipmunk in the compost. I'm pretty sure it's a chipmunk. Loves tomatoes. So any tomatoes that have been ripening down in here get eaten before I even get the chance to get to them. So it was kind of pointless to let the compost go. And the sunflowers are looking terrible. They get diseased here and then they start dying. So they just all look terrible. Let's see, back up a little bit. Pole beans. And sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes. We're gonna have a ton of sweet potatoes, which I'm excited for. I like sweet potatoes. And then in our green stalks here, on our Jimmy Nardellos and our hold on, Jimmy Nardello, that looks like a jalapeno, poblano, bush beans down here that are done. Oh, I think we got some snacking peppers in here. Shishito, those are really good. I need to come out and harvest. And then these neat looking things. I'm not sure if they're called Lisa peppers or Lesya, Lesya. But yeah, those are really neat looking. Their taste is just mid-average, but they're really thick, so a nice thick. Look at all those flowers there. So hopefully we get, those are random bell peppers. So I don't know, you got 30 days, better get to it. Cucumbers dwindling away, cucumber beetle takes after them. They'll grow new growth as the cucumber beetles are killing the old growth. So it's just been a cycle of that, and we've gotten a ton of cucumbers off of this wall of cucumbers here. So more than enough. And then down here are the bush beans that are done. They don't usually last the whole season anyways. Cilantro has gone to seed here. And so, yeah, we're just gonna let it go to seed. Leeks. We're gonna keep these in the ground until late October probably, and then we'll go ahead and harvest them. The celery's been doing awesome. I've already taken a whole bunch of it twice now, or 3 times actually, and it just keeps growing new. These are our bush cherry tomato plants. They're supposed to be determinate, but they have not stopped producing. So the whole determinate thing where they give you a big flush at once and then they're done, that has not been the case for these at all. These have just been very consistent with their fruiting, and it's great. So I never had to rip them out or anything. We got our salad greens, so our kale. Oh yeah, we got some salads to harvest. Some are really ate up. I need to come out here and spray BT again when the rain stops. Oh, that's a weed. Well, anywho. Ghost peppers. I got 1 orange one yesterday, and there's more coming in of ghost peppers. We're gonna make hot sauce together later. And then that's habanero, cayenne, and then these are sweet yummies. I wish they made more. They would have, I think, if they weren't in the pouches. So we're definitely gonna do something different next year. Always learning experiences. Dark cucumber plant here. It gives these ugly little cucumbers. They taste fine, but they're ugly. I planted cilantro in here and not one came up. And the soil was messed with, so I think whatever goes after my seeds ate those. I had the same problem with the cucumbers when we first planted them, and a major problem with the peas. I had to replant the peas, some of them, whenever we did the fall planting. Then we got our sweet potatoes, and then pretty dragon's breath. And more sweet potatoes. These ones are going to be purple sweet potatoes. I'm so excited for them. Tomatillos. Let's cut through this way, actually. I leave the hose out here because I water the green stalks by hand. So this is bush beans. These are carrots we planted in the spring and I still haven't taken them out. I want them to get big. They're growing slower than anything else anyways, and then they would in the beds, so give them all year, I guess. So yeah, bush beans and carrots all the way around. And then we transplanted these onions from over there. And I never did rip them all out. I need to though. We're going to move these echinaceas later because they're too tall. They're in the way and they flop. So we're going to move them. And the calendula are doing wonderful. I've been harvesting seeds and flowers, and I freeze the flowers and use them later for, it's supposed to be really good for your skin. So we're going to try to make something with them. Yeah, have to look up a recipe. This is the back side of the tomatoes. Look at all that. Look at all that beautiful green. And then I don't really think I'm having a disease issue because it's not really spreading. It's just the lower leaves of the tomatoes, they naturally die. Like that's just what happens. Lower leaves die and then they just keep growing. And I'm only having issues mostly on lower leaves. So I just need to strip them off. But overall, I haven't had to spray for diseases at all this year. And even if I was getting diseases at this point, I wouldn't bother spraying because we have a month left. And the tomatoes aren't diseased, just some of the leaves. Sage, thyme, rosemary, mint, all back there. That's what we got. Behind these green stalks here is another sweet potato, our catnip, a hydrangea. I just keep it out here. A little bit of shade, a little bit of sun out here. The hose is near it and I have to water it by hand. We're going to plant that later in the landscaping. I wanted to give everything else a chance to grow. And then whenever we're taking stuff out, I'm going to plant the hydrangea up front. The dahlia, so much ugly growth on it. I should clean it up. Might look a little better. What? That's weird. Why? Why is... Okay, I must have gotten my tubers mixed up because that's a pink dahlia. And I thought I didn't have any of them, but I do. Okay. I thought I only had these mystery something. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, isn't that beautiful? I just love it. And then here is Malabar spinach. And these, look at that. You know what those are? If you watch my other videos, you might remember. Those are stalks from sunflowers. So you see, remember the sunflowers over in the compost? Well, I grew mammoth sunflowers last year. And I saved the stalks because they're hard like wood. And look, they have stayed in place. Malabar spinach is growing up them, which is what I wanted. If I had thinned this sooner, these would have grown even more. And yeah, we'll see if they make it to the top. I think that's really cool. Being able to use random things like a sunflower stalk to be a trellis, I just think that's neat. More sweet potatoes here. I really overdid it on the sweet potato slip buying this year. So I hope we get a good harvest. I hope it's worth it. All right, I'm trying to squeeze through. The space is tight. To front the other side of our tomatoes here. And these are all the strawberries. And then we got more strawberries here. Sweet potatoes again. That might be an aronia bush. I mean, it's supposed to be. And then, I need to uncover the grape, one of the grape plants back here. It's growing slowly. It's been getting shaded out. And look, I've never seen, isn't that beautiful? This is a sweet potato plant, y'all. I did not know sweet potatoes flowered. This is the only one doing it. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, more pole beans on this trellis. They're looking even rougher back here. It's more wild back here. Closer we get to the neighbors, the more wild it gets because they let their grass go and I don't think they really handle their bug situation very well. Oh, what the? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. I think that's a praying mantis, which is good. So the praying mantises are, they're the good predator bugs. They're good to have and it's fine. Eat whatever you're eating. You're probably eating something I don't want here anyways. So I'm just gonna leave you alone. I actually, right where I'm showing you, I found a grasshopper the other day, which I hear are bad. And I don't know, they jump and hop and fly, and so I just didn't want to touch it. I left it. It can do whatever it's gonna do. I don't care. Sweet potatoes here as well. Sweet potato, yep. 2 elderberries here. We already harvested the berries. And I've been putting them in a smoothie every morning, and they're great in the smoothie. They don't taste good by themselves, though. Y'all should be proud. The dog poop's picked up. There's a new pile out there, but that happens when you have 3 dogs. Strawberries in a laundry basket. If you watch that video. That's how it's doing. It's doing great. We need to clear out some of its runners and deal with those. Sweet potatoes, look. That's a piece of furniture that the neighbors put to the curb. One of those, I don't know, what do you call them? Ottomans or something you put your foot on, I think. It didn't come with a lid. But yeah, it's growing great. Sweet potatoes in a tote, sweet potatoes in a trash can kind of thing. I don't know. Not food safe, but I did it anyways. All right, I think we got everything on this side. So let's go ahead to the other side of the garden. Oh, I need to rotate this compost. Haven't done that in a while. Ugh, that's heavy. And then here's the compost from the inside. And look at this tomato plant. This is just one plant, I think, from right there in the corner. It's growing up and down. And there's a tater. Is that my girl? A beautiful girl. And my Lukey. And my Scooby. We planted nasturtium and somehow accidentally got calendula in here. So those are just pretty and sitting up here on the table. Ginger nasturtiums are in here as well. And these are up front. They just seemed out of place, and I took the gladiolus out except for this one. And the only lily that survived was that one. I didn't water them very well, so it's my fault. We are going to deal with this patchiness really soon. Between the dogs and Evan, our grass was ruined. And so we are going to tackle that. Close the gate. Okay. So the corn's done. We already harvested that together. And we're going to do something with that too. When your corn yellows, you can decorate with it. So we're going to do that in a bit. Nothing here but weed. The cantaloupe plants all got the life sucked out of them by cucumber beetles, I'm guessing. Raspberries, I come out here every other day and I get, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 handfuls of raspberries. Every single day there's more. They ripen like that. And I come out every other day and I get them. And there's so many. Today is the every other day, so today is the day to come out, which is why there's so many red ones. I'll do that later. We had 2 successful watermelons. I went ahead and took one off and ate it, and it was good, but so many seeds. I'm not going to grow this kind again. Sadly, we buy seeds and they never want to grow it again. It's kind of a waste. I'll give my seeds away to people though. We've had a few of these, and there's a few more. These are honey nut butternut squash, and they're the best tasting butternut squash ever. They're so sweet. The raspberry plants are supposed to be upright over here, and they've all flopped this way, so there's no longer a pumpkin plant in there because the squash bugs. So we got 0 pumpkins this year, even though we planted a ton of seeds together. That's an interesting looking weed. I don't know what it's going to do. Volunteer potato from last year. I left it in here to do its thing. We'll see what happens. And then this honey nut butternut squash is basically demolished. And we've got this cute little thing here. More raspberries. Okay, let me see. The blackberries. I didn't know blackberries got this big. Like, they've flopped down and they're all here. And they will actually root into the ground at their tips. So I need to deal with this. I thought I would just rest them against the fence and they'd be fine. But they actually are so tall that they go over the fence and down into the neighbor's yard to the neighbor's ground. So I can't have that. Not unless the neighbors want blackberry plants. We planted a grape plant back there, and I have no idea how it's doing. Kind of hard to get to. So yeah, we have 2 blackberry plants right there and right here. And then this squash plant grew between the corn, and it was a pumpkin. It hasn't done anything. No pumpkins at all, except for one. If you watch the squash hunting video, it's currently decomposing right there. So, sad, 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 sad. I'm gonna have to go buy pumpkins. I grow so I don't have to buy, but not. Why is there so much poop? I just picked it up yesterday. It's a blueberry plant right there. There's a grape plant. It's doing great. Oh, we need to make sure it doesn't grow on their side. I don't want them accidentally mowing over it or thinking it's a weed or something. Yeah, that's the best looking grape plant that from when we, oh, see that spider web? All right, blueberry plant. Nothing here, it died. Blueberry plant. We didn't get any blueberries this year, so hopefully next year. And then here's the storage area that we set up together. It's been very nice to have it out of sight, out of mind. And then here's the beetle trap that we did together as well. Maybe put a new bag in it. And here's Scooby-Doo and Lukey Poo. Okay, well, this is the September garden tour. The first day of fall is in a few days, or next week or something like that. So, it's crazy. Fall's already almost here. I'm kind of sad. Like, you know, you get a little relieved and then sad at the same time. So, it is what it is. The season's coming to an end. And we'll do it again next year. So, thanks for watching. And I hope your gardens are going well. I know mine is. Even if some things do die before the season's up, it's okay. I'll see y'all next time, and thanks for being here. I'll put up some videos for you to watch somewhere around here. Bye.